And I usually start off with, hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Back again with my friend Joe.
Hi. You can't see me, but I'm off camera having breakfast.
Who's going to watch me open up my next 2 issues from Eagle Moss. And I can't remember what they are, so let's find out. It's been a busy week. Lots of planning and moving and whatnot. Oh, it doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. And I'll tuck that to the side.
Look, packing material.
Yay!
Ooh.
We have the Delta Flyer.
Wow. Okay.
You can look at that.
Yeah, I'll look at that. Wow.
And we have the Romulan drone from Enterprise.
This is some great detail.
Set that to the side for a moment. And we have the magazine. 38 and 39. Which I don't usually go into a lot of detail with the magazines. I just kind of flip through them real quick. I will read them later. I'm sure this talks about the adventures of the Delta Flyer. Got a nice little layout.
Yeah. There's some really nice detail, although I can't for the life of me see why somebody would actually look through a window that's broken up in this fashion. I mean, you see where the pilot is, and you
Right.
see that the window is broken up into 4 or 5 neat little nifty asymmetrical looking panes of whatever it is. Who's going to drive with that in front of them?
I dare say that's representative of the fact that this was put together on a Starship in the Delta Quadrant without using what resources were
that's
available.
right. I forgot about that.
So that may be a factor. They
They
couldn't
had to
get enough.
cannibalize that crap. I see.
They had to do. I'm guessing. I don't know. And this book may say more about that.
No, that makes sense. Okay.
These pages talk about designing. Look at all these different attempts they made at drawing it.
That's really awesome.
This is always a fun read. There's quite a lot in here about designing it.
You can tell the quality of the time they put in on the painting. I do some mini painting myself. This is really well done.
And creating the CG, because at this time they were going from transitioning from actual models to CG.
Right.
And we have on screen and first and last appearances, and next up the Romulan drone, which will be issue 39. I'm almost to issue 40.
Ooh.
Look at me. As usual, intro talking about the Romulan drone. You remember the Romulan drone?
Not really.
It was in 1 or 2 episodes. It was basically a unmanned remote-controlled ship from Romulus, and this was back in the days where they didn't really know much of anything. Earth did not know much of Romulus or Romulans. Basic little layout, which doesn't have much information because they didn't know much. Designing, again, interesting read, I'm sure.
See, I'm one of those people that actually hasn't watched every single episode of the show. Or if I did see this one, it's
Starting the Romulan War. And next up, issue 40, yes.
Ooh.
The Enterprise B.
I'm excited to see
That's
that
really
one.
cool. I want to compare that side by side with the Excelsior because I already have that model.
Agreed.
And there's supposed to be differences. I don't know that I can find the Excelsior right now because stuff is packed up. But it may be in the box upstairs. I will have
It's
to
going
look.
to be fun to play around with these once we get settled in.
So, I opened up my new toys and play with them just a little bit. It does have nice detail. And it should, because, this, normally we get starships, full-size starships this size. This is a smaller model on a much different scale. This has got to be the smallest thing that we've gotten, enlarged to the same scale as a Romulan drone or the Enterprise E.
Somebody's done a really good job with the molding process too. That's nice detail.
It does have a lot of detail. And the top part, let's see, that's the plastic. The plastic is on the bottom. The top part is actually the die-cast metal, it seems. But yeah, that window is funky.
That's from Voyager, isn't it?
Yes, this is the ship that they basically got to where they were losing
Right.
shuttlecrafts, and Paris was like, why don't we just design one?
Yeah, I just barely remember that, and honestly, I was not a huge Voyager fan.
And this is another thing I like.
Ooh.
Can't really see it too well, and if I do this on camera, it'll blind it, but these little blue things light up.
Yeah, that was really pretty.
The red one does a little bit too.
Ooh.
So if you put these on the right back lighting, the Federation ships, a lot of them have that blue in there to where they'll glow through.
That is really awesome when you get these fully displayed.
Yeah.
I could see investing in a little backlighting. That would be awesome.
So the shelf that I used, I had talked about installing some lighting into it, but who knows what the future holds. And we're just going to put it on the stand for a few minutes, just because. Doesn't seem to want to go all the way, but and there you go. Ta-da. Moving on to the Romulan drone, which I imagine this one is a little more difficult to not break because of the antenna coming off the front. Wow. There's so many antennas sticking off of this, and they're delicate. That's nicely done. Mm-hmm. On the bottom too. Very nice detail all the way down to these little circles. They have little tiny gold emblems or markings or whatever that is all over it. And I don't know if you can see it from over there, but there's Aztecing to where it's like you can see the different panels with lines and slightly different colors.
Yes, I can see a little bit from here. That is very nice.
Very nicely detailed. It's seemingly fragile, but not so much. I mean, I wouldn't want to drop it, but I don't feel like it's going to break in my hand.
No, those antennae are going to be... You definitely don't want to drop this one.
Yeah. Most of this, the metal must be in the center. I think this part is metal. The rest of this is plastic on top, which is understandable. It's a decent weight for what it is. Sometimes you get these ships and they are these big, massive looking things and they're so lightweight. It's like, wow, there's hardly any metal. And sometimes you get them and it feels like they're almost solid metal. And they're very heavy. Or comparatively heavy. Well, that's a very different stand. You should look at the magazine. This one is not like usual. Oh, okay. So I think, look at that again. Turn this around. Maybe this goes like so. I think. Oh, these are a lot tighter fitting. And then this goes like that. Oh. Yes. I guess I did put that on wrong. Goes something like this.
Oh, I like that.
That's nice.
I do. I like that.
Guess that's it. Here we go. The next two ships.
We have a mutual friend that's going to love these when they're fully displayed.
Indeed.
I could totally see 3-hole punching your mags and putting them in a binder too.
Well, no, the mags come with a binder.
Oh, they do?
I get,
Oh,
and
I'm
it's a
sorry.
special made form, and I'll show you those a little bit later.
You told me that. I just wasn't paying sufficient attention.
Every 16 or so magazines, I think it is, they send you a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Provided you want it. The first one is free if you're a subscriber. Otherwise, it's pay by
Right.
by folder, which I'm fine with. They're about $10 American,
Mm-hmm. That's
but
not
it's
bad.
nice. All right, so that's it. Somebody's creeping around. Thank you for watching. Any questions, comments, leave them below. And have a good day.